topic today is, should you train speed first or should you train strength first? That's the topic today. And my number one goal today is to get you guys out of here out of time. This is supposed to be a 15-minute live, and we're going to treat it as such today. 15 minutes in, 15 minutes out. Let's dive in. All right. So, again, the topic is, which do we train first? When you're training in a session, when you train speed and you train strength, which do you train first? If you know the answer, drop the answer in the comments. All right. If you know the answer to that question, drop it in the comments. Again, what do we train first? Speed or strength? All right. So it's I come across that question all the time, and we're going to address that today. So I have a ton of new followers, right? So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Coach Ronnie. I was a strength conditioning coach within professional baseball for up to 12 years within the New York Mets organization, right? I did that. Um, I helped the guys get stronger, faster, my best to help minimize injuries. And I do the same for you. And I do the same for my Facebook family. But with a twist, I added mindset training as well, right? So we do the mental training as well. Because to me, my goal is to develop complete athlete. A complete athlete is an athlete that is prepared mentally and physically for everything that takes place on the field and everything that takes place in life. All right. So that's the introduction, right? All right. So let's dive right in. Again, who has the answer to that question? Does anybody know? Drop it in the comments. What do we train first when we're training speed on one day and training strength on that same day? What do we train first? I'm waiting for one answer. Give me one answer down there. I don't know where to speed. Oh, I have to scroll down. My bad, folks. Coach Ben, yes, sir. Coach Ben has it. What's that? C2 Tiger, gracefully here. Leon, thanks for stopping by, y'all. And Coach nailed it. Coach nailed it with speed. Coach Ben nailed it. So let's continue to dive into that topic. Why? Because when you're getting faster, everything is about the CNS. What is that? Your central nervous system, right? When that CNS is fatigued, you're not going to get it done from when it comes to training speed. All right, you know. So I'll give you an example. You just did a heavy set of squats, right? Your legs are fried. Then you head over to the field or the turf, and you want to run max effort 30-yard sprints. Your legs are going to feel like they weigh a ton, right? Your legs are shot, your central nervous system is shot. You can't produce the force that you normally can produce. Your stride length is compromised. Your stride frequency is compromised. Again, all because that nervous system isn't fresh, right? And this is shown through research. I have some studies on the side that I pulled aside here. Let me see if I can find them really quick for you all. Let me research. Here we go. Go. Where's my studies? They're here. Research backs this up. Studies. Let's see. Studies show that sprinting under fatigue reduces stride length, ground force, and max velocity. All right. And that's from the Journal of Strength Conditioning Research. All right. So there's some proof. I had another study here. I'm just having trouble finding it right now. We have people rolling in. Big Leagues in the building. Carlito's in the building. N Fitness, the 111 is in the building. A prostitute, that's different, is in the building. Leon, did I say Leon? Gracefully, I think I shouted you all. Thank you for coming by. Right? So we continue. Have that research to let you know that when the nervous system is compromised or fatigued, we're compromising your stride length, your ground force, and your max velocity. All right? So keep that in mind. In competition, when we're in competition, right? What you don't lift before a game, do you? Right? Your nervous system is fresh. You're fresh mentally. You're fresh physically, so you can perform at your highest level. All right. So I dropped that information on you right there. Again, we're at 4 minutes. We're getting out of here on time. You have to be fresh when you play the game, and it's no different when it comes to practice time. All right. Now, let's see where does strength actually come into play. Strength is the engine behind the speed. All right. Those heavy lifts That's the strength that you need to create the power, right, that you need off the line, to create the force production that you need down the turf of the track, right? That's why heavy lifts are important. Now, there's different types of lifting, there's different types of training for strength. We have speed strength. That's another important aspect of speed strength. Speed strength, if you want to keep it simple, how fast can you move through a range of motion or a movement? Sarasa, hey, how you doing? Julie Glover, hey, what's going on with you? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Again, we are talking. What's do you train first, speed, or what's do you train first, strength? I already answered that question. We train speed first. Now we're getting into the why. All right. Now we're getting into the why. All those lifts that you do. All right. There's different. Like I said, there's different concepts behind it. There's speed strength. There's relative strength. That's strength compared to your how much you weigh your body, right? There's all this different type of strength, types of lift, but they translate to the strength that you need when you sprint. All right. A great example would be, any hamstring exercises, right? Hamstring exercises are very important for our sprinters because hamstrings take a pounding during the sprinting process. They deliver a great amount of force into the ground, right, during the sprinting process. So we have to have those strong hamstrings, right? Super important. RDLs are good. I like to do, going back to different leg exercises, I like to do step ups, lunges, those exercises because they mimic the sprinting gait, right? So, but there's so many. We can do joint specific lifts. Those lifts are, say, like a quarter squat or a quarter split squat, things like that, or a quarter step up. All these are specific to the joints, enabling that athlete to produce that much force at the specific angles in which they, propel their bodies forward. All right. So strength, I want you to view strength as the fuel behind the speed. Regardless of the lift, regardless of what type of lift it is, you have to get that speed working, because another reason speed is important. We do plyometrics, right? Plyometrics are super important to get faster. Let me get this over here just in case I'm not loud enough. What's up, Saltone, what's going on with you? Thanks for stopping by. Rico Bucco. Is that Rico Bucco? Bucci? Thanks for stopping by. Again, we're talking when you're training in a speed when you're in a training situation, what do you train first? Do you train the speed first? Or you train the strength first? And number one, the rule is you have to train the speed first. All right. Reason being, you fatigue the nervous system. With the nervous system down, we're having problems. All right. So again, going back to my original point, plyometrics. A plyometric requires strength. All right. It requires stiffness in the joints. It requires high levels of elasticity, and we have to have strength to make this happen. So right. So consider that. Right. Strength is the engine behind the speed. All right. So what do we have here? Now, if you want, when I'm about to introduce to you all, let me know. Shoot me a DM. I can give you this. What it's going to be is a copy of the order of the workout, right? The progression. I have a terrible looking spider web right here. I want to get rid of. Dang, that's grotesque right there. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a copy. Coach, what's up, Coach Mohan? Thanks for stopping by. You can answer this question. I know I'm gonna ask you, when we train speed and strength in a session, what do you train first, Coach Mohan? If you could type that in the comments, please, I would love that. And that's the topic of today. What do you train first in a session that involves speed and strength? What do you train first, Coach? All right. So again, right now, if you want a copy of what I'm about to present, let me see where we are time-wise. Okay, we're at 9 minutes. We're in great shape. If you want a copy of this, let me know. Just DM me. Let's say DM me PDF. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Can't even talk. DM me the letters PDF, and I will send you this training progression. All right. So here's the correct order of training. We're going to do our warm-up. We're going to do our speed drills. We're going to do our strength drills. We're going to do our accessory and core drill. See, I don't mind doing the core in the beginning. I will do that in the beginning. I actually do that in the beginning with my athletes. All right. I like to get that core activated. Plum, Kevin Plum, what's going on with you? PDF, yes. Make sure you DM me, Sultan. Make sure you DM me because once this, I'm on StreamYard. So once this is over, there's no copy of the video. There's no copy of this live. So you have to DM me. All right. So what do we leave? Yeah, I like to do. We left off at accessories. I like to do the core at that point, but I also like to do in the beginning. You can also use it as a finisher at the end of the workout. All right. Conditioning, that's optional. You can do that. A lot of times you're going to do conditioning on a separate day altogether, right? So who do we have here? Kate, mindset. Caitlin, what's that? Capely, do me a favor. DM me mindset. DM me mindset, and we'll get that set up for you. All right. So you, Capely, and Sultan, make sure you DM me mindset and DM me PDF. All right. So we left off where conditioning. Yeah, you're gonna have a different conditioning day altogether, right? So in most cases, all right. Then we have the different blocks, the different seasons, right? So we have our off-season training. We'll talk about that. Our goal is to build strength and mechanics, and we progress to movements that are specific to the sport. Mindset, gotcha. Okay, mindset too. Oscar, thank you, Oscar, thank you, stopping by. Um, Preseason training is to balance. It's to give you a little balance. Kevin, thanks for stopping by. You want mindset? Yes. Everybody, I love the participation there. Thank you. Now make sure you DM me after the live. We can DM me now, but DM me, right? Because that'll enable me to get that process going, get you guys within the mindset community and everything else that you want, right? So let's definitely do that. Preseason, we're going to balance both the strength and the mechanics a little bit as we get closer to the end season. And in season, we maintain our strength and sharpen our speed. I don't like the word maintain necessarily. I think in certain situations you can get stronger, especially with you younger guys out here. I think that's possible. And I think the higher you get, we might lean towards, we do lean towards that maintenance a little bit during the end season. But again, I think that's something that we can do during something. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by a bunch of text messages coming in. That's something we can do in season as well. So, all right, so we're down to 3 minutes. As always, I'll leave you guys some actionable activities. A couple things you can do right now to start getting after it. All right. So she's bossing it. That's pretty. She is bossing. I like that. I'm gonna shout that out. I like that. It's pretty creative. She is bossing it. Thanks for stopping by. All right. So, okay, first text. Got the first mindset. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. So let's see. Like I said, I always give actionable activities. All right. You're going to get 2 today. Just drills that you can do right now related to speed, drills that you can do right now related to strength. All right. The wall drill. All right. Basic drill for speed. All right. I don't have a visual of the wall drill myself, but picture this. You're standing up in front of a wall, right, with your hands against the wall. Walk your legs back to the position where your body's at a 45-degree angle in relation to the ground. All right, you do that, and then all you do is run in place. Basically, you just run in place, driving your knees up and driving your knees back. Driving. That's what the wall drill is. All right. And you want to do that for 2 to 3 sets. 2 or 3 sets in 10 reps. I like to do it for time as well. You can go 2 or 3 sets for 10 seconds. All right. So 2 or 3 sets for 10 reps or 10 seconds each leg. All right. And a contrast set. So what's a contrast? This is going to address the speed and the strength. We're going to do a squat, right? We'll do a squat. We'll do like 3 squats, and then we'll step us to the side away from the weight and do 3 jumps. All right. So a contrast set. Again, you do 3 squats, then you step away and do 3 explosive jumps. All right. So that is it. You have your 2 actionable activities. You guys can start doing that today, right now. When you do that, I would love if you recorded it and sent it to me, and I will post that on the live as a story. Again, so you guys go ahead and do that. The wall drill and the contrast squat and jump, record it, send it to me, and I'm going to post it as a story. All right. So want to see everything here. Shout out some more people. Kevin Ingram's in the building. What's that? What's that? Monry. I can't read that. Monry. I'm gonna leave it at Monry. Thanks for stopping by. Capley got you here. Sultan got you here. Oscar. Shout out to Oscar Tome. Kevin got you here. TR Santos got you here. Of course, that name of the day. She is bossing it. Love that. All right. So thanks all of y'all for stopping by. Let's wrap this thing up. A little bit over 15 minutes. So recap: speed first, strength second. Speed first, strength second. All right. Now, I am working on a 16-week speed strength system, 16-week, all inclusive. And on the back end, we're creating an inner circle community, right? An inner circle community for those who are serious about their speed, serious about their strength, and serious about becoming top athletes. All right. So that is about it. If you're interested in that, drop a speed, DM me speed. All right.